Okay, so using Google Timeline, I'm going to try and recreate the point of the accident and say what happened, and it will be clear from what I show you exactly what happened. So I'm going to go to Google Maps. Google Maps has this feature called Google Timeline, where it basically records and shows you everything that you're doing on a certain day, how you're driving, where you're driving, and all that. So you go to Google Maps, the website, and then you go to the menu, then you go to your timeline. So let it load up, and then as you can see, you can pick uh, a year, a month, and a day, and then it will load up exactly where you are. So year, I want 2021. The month, I want this month, August, and the day, I'm going to pick the day of the accident, the Tuesday. So once I do that, it loads up, and then it shows you a timeline. Like I said, this is where it is. So as you can see on the left here, you can see the list of activities where I stopped and everything. And here at this is about the time when I got the accident. So it shows you I was stopped around this place, around this area. So if I click on this, it should take us to the map, and then you'll see exactly what happened. I'll zoom in. So let me click on that. Let me just do that. Click on the timeline. Right there. So I clicked on the stopped, which cell I stopped, and this is what comes up. Okay. So let me zoom out on the map so you can see what happened, and then I'll explain. So to give us a better view, I'm going to use the satellite because it shows you the outline of the road and everything. And one thing to note is that this. Let me click on this satellite. Okay. So there, and then I'll zoom in, and then I'll talk through what happened. Okay. So as you can see, I was driving, and from the overlay, these are my GPS coordinates, and so it gives you an approximate location based on the GPS coordinates, and it shows you exactly what you're doing. So as you can see, if I move back a little bit, just so you can have a good sense of how it works. If you start, let me say, let's start from here. It shows you the lanes, and it shows you an approximate location of where I was driving based on the coordinates. So as you can go from here, at this point, it shows you I was in the right lane. Okay, let's keep going. And it says I was driving. I can zoom out a little bit. And then at this point, I went to the first lane, maybe to overtake a slow moving vehicle. I did that, and then we keep going. I was in the first lane. Okay, I went back to the right lane because maybe someone behind me wanted to pass me. Very considerate to other drivers, and then I went back to the first lane. And then I think this is what happens. So at this point, I saw slow moving traffic ahead, and I think I was changing into the first lane. And then I was in the first lane, and then at this point, I'm driving just fine. And then at this point, the guy that hit me, he was moving, I think his mobile house or something, a very wide load on the car. I don't think he could see me. I was in the first lane, and then he changed lanes into my lane, and then he hit me, I'll say around here. He hit me on the side, broke my windshield, and pushed me off the road. As you can see, it shows how I veer off the road, and I try to keep control of the car. As you can see, it takes me completely away from the road, and I do a very good job trying to stay in control. There's a hill right here. It helps to slow me down. and then this is where I end up on the road, on the side of the road. This is an anomaly because at this point my phone was moving all over the place and the GPS lost connection with the satellite. So this is where I stop, and then this is what happens. So let me just go back just to make the point. As you can see, let me just zoom in. Again, I was in my lane, I was in my first lane, and then this guy cuts me off and he knocks me on the side. He didn't see me, he didn't put any lights. I wish I had a webcam to show all that, but this is what happens. He comes into my lane, he hits me off the road. It's a good thing I was driving at a safe speed because I was able to control the car. Because if not for that, I think I would have rolled over, and I don't think I'll be alive to be sharing this information with the court. And as you can see, just going through it again, he hits me on the side of the road, he pushes me off the road. I come, there's a hill here which helps to slow me down, and this is my last place before my GPS coordinates stop. And I think he went a little bit further and stopped somewhere around here. I think if you have a newer map, you'll see that there's, I think, a bridge, if I'm not mistaken. From what I can remember, he stopped somewhere here after he hit me. And at first, I didn't know he had stopped, but I just wanted to make the point known that I was in my lane. He cut me off, he hit me, pushed me off the road, and I'm lucky to be alive. And the point that he keeps saying that I hit him doesn't make sense because I was in my lane, and he's the one who made an unsafe lane change and hit me. And he's supposed to have someone behind him to tell him what to do and to control traffic. There was a lady there, I think his daughter. I never saw her, only saw her after I got out of the car. She was screaming from the side of the road. It was just a long day for me, but that's exactly what happened. Thank you. I'll answer any questions you have. Thank you.